Hey guys, I am back with another video. This is going to be more of just another video regarding traveling, what I normally take with me and everything. I felt like since I am going to be traveling, I felt like I did a shorter version, more of like tip tricks and some things that we're going to be taking. And then I did mention about this in a separate video, and I felt like, oh, let me talk about the other aspects of normally what I would take, because why not? You know, since especially I am traveling, I feel like I am going to include um, a lot more things than I normally mention. So now there is going to be the luggage that I'm going to check in part, and then there's going to be the one that I normally just take with me on the plane. Now, normally I do like pouches like these, like I can put in things. Now, this is the one that's dedicated to the one that I put in the purse that I can take with me. I have things like toothbrush, toothpaste, those small hand moisturizers, things of those nature, honestly, that goes directly in my purse. I do put in wipes in there as well. I do feel like I do need things to be put in there. I normally just carry a kind of like a tote bag, honestly. Whatever floats your boat, you want to do a backpack, whatever you want is up to you. I just do a regular big tote bag, honestly. Um, and then obviously that's where my passport goes. If there is something that is not liquid that I feel like I'd rather put in my purse than in the bag, that's where it goes in there. 99.9% of the time, I do not do a carry on. My last trip in September, I actually ended up doing a carry on and just like shoved my shoes in there. So if you are somebody, this is just my own tip that I normally would see it, especially if you're somebody who's going back home, like, you know, from the South Asian community, from any of the African community, Middle Eastern, where, you know, you normally will take gifts back home, or, you know, for example, there's a wedding coming up and you're going back home and you're taking a lot of things with you from here. I would definitely take a carry-on bag with me as well, because that's what I did for my last trip and the trip before, um, where I would put I put my shoes in the carry-on actually, and a lot of the liquids and the purses and stuff like that that I had to take with me ended up being in my luggage that I was checking in, honestly. So yeah, I know a lot of people are more worried about, like, oh, what if my luggage get lost or anything like that. I don't want to jinx that. Thank God, Alhamdulillah, that never happened to me. It has happened to my dad once or twice, honestly. Um, and yeah, it is not an ideal situation, honestly speaking. So yeah. But that was like way back when I was little. So I'm kind of like hoping for the best. Also, I'm trying to see where I put it. Oh, it's right here. So I actually did get it's kind of like, what was those Apple, those tracker things. This is like not an Apple version, honestly, but you can always get the trackers and put it in your luggage, honestly. Um, so yeah, this actually goes into what's it called, into the luggage, honestly. So yeah, so you could do that if you want, just in case, and you have to download the app on your phone. I would normally say is to test it beforehand, just in case to see if it's working. So I would definitely suggest to do that. Now, what I've also done is for my passport, I have gotten those little passport cover things. So yeah, I just end up putting my passport in there and put it in my bag, because I feel like I don't want to twist it or anything like that. Me being me, honestly. So yeah. Now in my main luggage, normally I would get the undergarments. I end up taking a lot more than I should, honestly speaking. No, number two is that I do carry out an outfit for each day. Then I do take nighttime clothes with me where I will sleep in with, but I depending on where I'm going, if majority times there is a laundry option, but you have to pay for it if you're staying at the hotel. So if you don't want to pay for the hotel laundry situation, then I would just say is to take one for every night. Um, I normally would take like 4 or 5, and that's probably the one thing I definitely would get washed. Now, if I'm going back home, somebody's gonna wash it for me anyways. So normally I don't really care how much I'm taking with that one. I end up taking extra outfits. I don't need to, but I end up doing that anyways. So yeah. Now I also do take certain handbags, hand purses, whatever. At least 2 or 3 of them that would match with all my outfits. Honestly, I normally don't purchase, repurchase those a lot again. Now, if I am going back to my home country, and I know I'm gonna wear a lot of short kameez, I only take a certain amount and end up buying a lot more from there. So I'm coming back with more, and I just wear some of those, honestly speaking, and that actually works out in my favor. So that's less items I can take from here. Now I do take makeup with me, so I do put it in a separate bag that is dedicated for my makeup. So I would take like brushes, foundation, eyeliner, lipsticks, lip glosses, whatever the situation may be. I would put that in one bag. I have another bag where I would put jewelry in, but I would normally don't take a lot of jewelry unless if I know I'm definitely attending a wedding or something like that. Um, I do take perfume with me. I do take shampoo conditioners as well. So yeah. Now I know that it can get a lot. Honestly, I normally take two luggages. Check that in. Which is why I normally try to avoid the carry-on because I will definitely have a layover. Majority of the time, I will have a layover, and I'm trying to avoid dragging the carry-on. I think back in when I went, not last time I went, but the time I flew out before, I think while going, I looked out and he was like, okay, I'll check in your carry on bag for free as well. But coming back, they were like, yeah, we're going to charge you extra if you want that. But I was like, okay, I'm going to save my money on that. It's fine, whatever. I can just spend that somewhere else. Um, so yeah. Now, there may be instances where you want to purchase the extra weight. Now, if it's because you're buying gifts for people back home, yeah, that's gonna be an issue. In my case, I don't really take a lot of gifts with me back home. I kind of just leave that for my parents. Honestly, if I do take something, it's probably like 2, 3 max. I don't go too crazy with like buying crazy amount of gifts, honestly. So yeah. So let me know down in the comment section below though if you um have any other tips and tricks down below, or just in general, like what do you carry with you and everything like that. I don't remember if I mentioned perfumes, but I do take perfumes with me as well. So yeah. Other than that, do let me know in the comment section down below what you guys take along with you, and stuff like that. I know that there are people who just carry a backpack with them. So yeah. But other than that, do let me know in the comment section down below. Other than that, I'll be linking both my Instagram pages. Make sure to follow, hit the subscribe button, the bell button. I'll be back for more. Stay safe and stay tuned, guys.